Welcome back to Rad BMX Builds. On this episode, we're going to be talking specifically about Monza bikes, and I'm going to share some tips and tricks with you supplied by Monza on how to take care of your chrome Monza bike. You want to keep this bike looking as rad as you can, and you don't want the rust to degrade over time or start to look dull or ugly. So I'm going to share with you exactly what they sent me, and then I'm going to give you some of my tips and tricks to maintain that nice chrome luster, high polish look that you want when you bought a chrome bike. So let's get right into it and talk about what Monza sent me. It says, here are some maintenance guidelines that we can share with our customers. Specifically, number one, if you want your chrome frame to maintain its luster, you need to clean it regularly. So make sure you don't leave dirt on there and grime. You want to clean it as soon as it gets dirty and clean it often. If it sits for a long time, go give it a clean every now and then. If you live by the ocean like I do, you want to make sure you're getting it wiped down more frequently because of the salt in the air, or if you're in a high humidity place, you want to make sure that you're giving that bike a little bit of extra attention. If you lived like in Arizona where it's really dry, those type of things wouldn't be such an issue for you. Remove dirt with liquid cleaner before wiping chrome accessories to avoid scratching. And when you're doing this, make sure you're not using like a shop towel, an old towel laying around. I recommend you use some microfiber towels that are free of any dirt and debris. So I usually keep a stack of microfiber clean towels in my garage, and I have ones for specifically cleaning bikes, and I have some specifically for grease, dirt, and other high dirty areas. Okay, furthermore, do not use harsh abrasives or hard objects to clean or polish your chrome. And what they mean by that is you want to use things that are designed specifically for chrome. Certain compounds will have a really roughness, abrasion type clay or polish to it, and that's used to cut. And you don't want to use that on chrome bikes, obviously. That's going to be for something that has real bad oxidation or something that has already been neglected that you need to take care of. But if you're taking care of these bikes, you don't want to use something like that, and they should never get to that point anyway. Number 4, for rust maintenance, we recommend AutoSol metal polish. This is what Monza's recommending, and it can help you remove oxidation, rust, discoloration, and it also has a preventative effect which adds an ultra-thin wax coating to your chrome surface. This will help prevent degradation and corrosion. If you wash your bike with water, make sure you use a soft cloth when you're done and wipe those surfaces dry. Don't ever leave your bike wet. I've seen people clean their bikes off, rinse them off with a hose, use a pressure washer, whatever, and then not take the spare moment or two afterwards to wipe it all down. Getting excess water off your bike is crucial. If that water sits there, it can eventually rust bare metal parts or get into places you don't want it. So when you rinse your bike off, you're only halfway done. Make sure you dry it afterwards, and then if you need to polish it, polish it. If it hasn't been done in a while, it's probably due to be polished. So I'm gonna also give you some tips and tricks, but first, I wanna get this bike out on the track, ride it in the dirt, get it muddy, get it in the sand, and I'm gonna expose it to all the different elements out there that I can while living here in Southern California. I don't have rain, I don't have snow, but what I do have is the ocean, and I have Sheep Hills BMX track not far from where I live. So we're gonna take this bike out on the track, and I'm gonna film me riding around on it, and please don't be super critical. I'm not gonna be doing backflips or 540s or tail whips or anything crazy, but I just wanna ride this bike out there on a BMX track and get it dirty, expose it to some elements, then we're gonna bring it back, and I'm gonna show you how I would clean this bike, polish it, and maintain it. So let's get going, let's head out to the track and get some footage of us riding around together. Okay, welcome back. That was some good riding out on the track, but now we need to wash the bike. First thing we're gonna do, get the pads off. Let's take a look at it and see how dirty we got it.
Thank you.
you can see that we got it pretty dusty. You couldn't find any mud. I'm in Southern California. We're in a drought. It just never rains. So no mud today, but lots of dirt, lots of dust. It doesn't show up on camera too well, but it's pretty bad. So the first thing we're gonna do, take the pads off, give it a wash. Then I'm gonna talk about some of the products that we're gonna use so it'll stay clean, last longer, and preserve that chrome. Okay, now that we have it rinsed off with regular water, I'm going to use a ceramic and speed shine that I like to rinse it off with after you apply water. So make sure you wet it down, get most of the dirt off, and then we're going to spray it with this and then rinse it off with water again. That'll apply a nice protective ceramic coat on there, which will also prevent dirt from sticking on it later, and it'll be easier to clean when we're all done. And a link to this will be down below in this video so you can buy some for yourself. Okay, now that we have a good generous amount sprayed onto the bike, I'm gonna let that set for a minute, go get the water, I'm gonna rinse that off, then we're gonna dry it, clean it, and make sure you're using clean microfiber towels when you wipe your bike down. We can't leave all that water on, so I'm gonna get all that water off with a little trick. I like to use my leaf blower and blow all the water off. Then we'll use a towel and wipe off the remnants. Do not leave water on your bike. Make sure that it's completely dry. So that's the next most important step to cleaning your bike, completely drying it off. So let's get started. Turtle Wax Chrome Polish definitely gets a thumbs up from Rad BMX Builds. Like I said, I've been using it a really long time. So let's take a look at the bike, see what it looks like now after riding it in the dirt and giving it a cleaning.
This is lit.
As you can see, that chrome is really shiny. The bike cleaned up really well, and that took me 5-10 minutes. So piece of cake. I hope this video helped you, and I hope these products help you too, to help preserve and keep these bikes looking rad. If you like this video, make sure you hit subscribe, and as always, stay rad.